We've lost it, man. I thought a month ago that maybe we could win the title. Maybe not just that. I thought that maybe we could give City a run for their money. Maybe we could stay there. We were performing well. We were putting results together. And now, all of a sudden, we just played a game against the West Brom side and we deserve to lose. What has happened, man? You see, Pogba's out. Pogba had a huge factor. Like, I can't even be bothered, man. Like, Fred McTominay, see, they're alright. They provide solidity, but they offer absolutely nothing going forward. And I'm sorry, but that's the harsh reality. McTominay got up at times, but he wasn't able to do enough. Fred didn't have a great game. I thought McTominay played alright, did some stuff, but neither of them had anything or have shown anything to prove that they can play in a game like this. Why can't Donny start? It's legit a game against West Brom. We have all our players in front. Instead of pushing Maguire as a left wing, why don't we just get Donny on and ask him to do something? Like, it's a game against West Brom. We're playing a McFred pivot. Where do we go next, man? Maguire standing still, standing absolutely dead still, expecting the ball to come to him so he can head it away, just to be out-muscled by one of the most physical center forwards in the league. What about the other time? What about the other time when Maguire has an obvious clear chance to clear out the ball, but he waits for it and tries to shield it away from the most physical center back in the league? What about Shaw standing still and letting these players get advantage of them? The ball it's not, you can't take that stuff for granted. You go and you attack the ball every single time. It's a basic. The mentality was lacking, the intensity was lacking, and that's never okay. The ball's in the air, you're a defender, you can't get beat there. You can't let them generate power on the header, even if they do touch the ball. It's unacceptable. Martial and Cavani they were invisible, man. Shaw trying his best on the left-hand side, but Martial is nowhere to be seen. Even Cavani tried to hold it up, but they plugged up the middle so well that nothing could be done. Martial and Cavani both had stinkers. Nothing should, make one get hated more than the other. They were both equally bad. And I'm not usually one to put down the players, but sometimes it wasn't a good game, man. Fernandes had bad touches at times. He did score a really good goal. Bad touches and everything. It was terrible. I thought Rashford did pretty decently, actually. Was one of the only ones in our team who actually showed intent the entire game. In my opinion, Greenwood came on 74th minute and he was probably our best player. So, tactically, what is going wrong? We have Maguire and Lindelof, and Bailly is fit. Yes, Bailly is legit a piece of paper. If I get scissors, if I cut him, he's gonna die, man. Look, all I'm saying is Maguire and Lindelof, Bailly is available. You're playing the most physical center forward in the league. Why not play him? It's mad to me how Ole thinks that Bailly doesn't start here. Maguire and Lindelof are both passive against the most physical center forward in the league. If that isn't stupidity, then Ole, at least make sure that they have the mentality and the physicality or something to go up against him. They were bullied the entire game. Man, it's sad. It's just so sad. We're missing Pogba too. Now everyone's like, oh, Pogba's so bad. Oh, Pogba this, Pogba that. Look at us now without Pogba. Pogba playing this game and the game is completely different. And all of you will accept that and understand that Pogba makes a difference to our side. His creativity, his way to keep the ball, his long shooting ability, and his way to link up is something that Fred McTominay don't offer. Donny comes on as well, tries his best, but nothing happens. Our main stuff came from Shaw crossing the ball in with literally no help on this left-hand side. We were decent on this right-hand side. Fernandes and Rashford helped out. But the fact that they literally missed 3 big chances against us, we could have lost like 4-1. We could have lost 4-2. And that's unacceptable to me. At times it looks like we don't care at all. Some of the players couldn't bother. We went from this prime position to sitting at second now and again in a top 4 race. And that's absolutely disgusting. We haven't gotten the results. The team is completely offset and we haven't done anything about it. We need Pogba back. We need these guys to create something. We need Bailly. I swear, play him in important games at least. This was a must-win game for us. And the last 4 Premier League games has been must-wins for us. Must-wins. Must-wins. And we haven't won. We've drawn. And the fact that it's going so under the radar, the fact that this is being deemed as acceptable is terrible to me. Because we have the quality, we have the ability. Look at this front four, man. Come on now. I know we can do better. I understand they overloaded it and we crossed and we crossed and we crossed and we crossed. But at the same time, we shouldn't be allowing them that much space off the counter. For sure we had the ball and we did all of that, but a lot of the stuff came from basic individual mistakes, basic covering. When you look over your shoulder, and when you're defending, you defend the space between the other guy and the ball. It's not that hard. Of course their movement can be a little bit tricky, but as a what do you call it, Maguire, when he was bought, the so-called world-class defender, you should be doing better. There's a chance when it came right to his foot and boom, it went over. A second grader could have scored that chance. An 8-year-old could have scored that chance. I'm just saying, man, we deserved to lose that game, but we didn't. We went from prime position, sitting top of the table, to what? City are invincible. I understand that we wouldn't have been top now, but we've gotten 10 points from our last 21 available, 6 points from our last 12 available. What are we doing? Fix it up. Just fix it up, man. I understand it's difficult, but now that our fullbacks are playing a little bit better, you'd expect us to play better as well, unfortunately. I know it's the low block, but just Fernandez creating just isn't it. This is where we miss Pogba. Simple defensive errors, which is simple, just tenacity in the back is something that we don't have. And we need to fix things now. It's either a mentality shift or it's a player shift. Whatever it is, Ole has got to give them or spark something into their heads after this game. Because it's unacceptable. And now things really do need to change. We could be in trouble.